Hey, Myles here at Hyve, and welcome to another dry fire and live fire session. We are going to continue talking about multiple target engagements, specifically target transitions, and diving into more details. So if you are interested in learning how to shoot multiple targets faster and more accurately, this is the video for you. All right, welcome back. So last week we focused on two specific things when it comes to multiple target engagements. That was leading with your eyes, not turning your head, really leading with your eyes, and making sure the gun is not left behind. So the gun never really goes far beyond your line of sight, right? Those are two very important things when it comes to engaging multiple targets quickly and efficiently. There are going to be two other details that we're focusing on this week. There's a lot more, but we're just giving you bite-sized pieces. What we're going to do now is when you are engaging your first target or one target and you're ready to move on to the next one, there is a concept called calling your shot. We're not going to dive into that, but what that means is you know without having to look at the target whether or not you're going to have an accurate shot. Now it's a lot more advanced in the sense that you have to be experienced to really know that, because for example, if your red dot is here and things are going very fast, how would you know if the red dot hit me here in the chest? When you break the shot, the red dot would lift right from here because the recoil happens, muzzle goes up. So wherever that red dot or the front sight lifted, that is the area pretty much where your bullet would hit, okay? And so the calling of the shot is an advanced concept, and in time you will be able to call your shots. But what we're trying to do here is to make our target transitions more efficient. Why am I talking about calling your shot? So if the red dot was here, and you know as the shooter that when you broke the shot, it lifted from the chest, that means the bullet will hit the chest, then you are ready to move on to the next target. Now you might be wondering, okay, well, don't you have to follow through with your target? Yes and no. It's situation dependent here. So for example, if you were engaging one single target, that target had to be down, then yes, you would probably take that shot, even though you called a good shot. Let's say you called a really good shot. Maybe you called 3, 4 good shots. You know them, they're hitting the chest. Typically what you're going to learn is you want to follow through, make sure that target is down. And that's correct. That's absolutely correct. But it's situation dependent. So now let's take the situation where there's 5 people trying to attack me. Let's make it more realistic. Maybe there was 2 or 3 robbers or something like that, armed. And if you follow the traditional instruction, which is not wrong, it's just not complete. It doesn't address every single situation. If I had, let's say these were 2 attackers, I have a barrel down range over here, that was attacker. If I took 3 shots here and waited and I have 2 other armed threats coming at me, well, they can get me. So the idea is if I had multiple threats on me, you wouldn't stay with one target. You will probably put some lead in each one before coming back. So I might take 1 shot here, 2 shots here, 3 shots here, and yes, that may not be good enough to put any one of them down, but some lead is better than no lead in a potential threat. That will slow them down, all right? So maybe I take 1 shot here, 2 shots, 3 shots, and then I come back to ensure that the first threat is down, all right? That's kind of part of the scanning and assessing part too. And I wanted to explain that because some people won't truly understand the application here, right? So you want to take these skill sets, add it to a toolbox, and then how you apply it later on is going to be situation dependent. So going back to it, the first thing, we call the shot, okay? You must call the shot. Once you call the shot, aggressively move your eyes, which we covered last week, to the next target. So if this is my first target, I already called a shot, okay? Immediately my eyes move to the next target and I begin to move quickly, right? So none of this, you don't want to just do this and kind of slowly go over here. No, if you know you're done with that target, I aggressively look to my next target and follow through. Come to the next target. That is the first thing we're covering this week. Immediately exit, aggressively exit, go to your next target. Look and drive to the next target, okay? The second thing we're going to cover, and we've covered this tip before, but now we're organizing into this dry fire, live fire session. So aside from breaking the shot and then immediately moving to the next target, you need to reset and prep while you are transitioning. If you've watched the other videos we've talked about this in depth. The whole idea is when I break my first shot, Okay, you heard that click? That means I broke the shot. And a lot of beginners will pin the trigger. So they pin the trigger, they start moving to the next target. Now you're gonna hear the reset. That means I now can take another shot. But if I do that, then I'm slow. What I mean by this is I break the shot. I now move to the next target, reset, and then take the next shot. I had to wait for the reset. So instead of resetting when you're on the next target, you want to break the shot, reset while I'm moving. I have a prep trigger, now I can break the shot. This is where the dry fire mag is going to be very helpful, especially if you're shooting a striker fired gun like a Glock. So this is going to allow you to have that reset and you can prep your trigger again ready for the next shot. So 2 things that are key for this week. Immediately exit, and then as you exit, reset and prep. You are ready for the next shot, right? You're not waiting to reset the trigger again and then break the shot, okay? That's going to make you a lot faster. 1, because you're driving immediately to the next target, and 2, because you are prepared to take that next shot. Now, some of you might still be having overshooting problems. Let's say if you're the target, maybe I'm overshooting you and I have to come back, or maybe I'm undershooting you and then I have to move a little bit more. We'll talk about that later on, okay? For this week, we're focusing on 2 additional things, right? So the dry fire session will be to pick 2 or 3 targets, and you're gonna break the shot. If you're a beginner, you can just use single shots, then you can do 2 shots, break the shot, immediately exit, come to the next target, and you can break the shot if you want, or you can just stop, okay? And then your next focus will be, instead of just exiting right away, after you do a few reps of that, then your focus should be on resetting and prepping. I break the shot, reset and prep, I'm ready for the next target, okay? I do not want to wait to reset and then break another shot. Now let's discuss this live fire. All right, so I have 2 targets here. I have a silhouette about maybe 10 yards and then a paper target about, I don't know, maybe 6 yards. And it doesn't matter what setup you use. The whole idea here is you're just gonna transition, okay? And we are going to isolate the concepts that we discussed today. The first one is immediately exit, and then the second one will be resetting and prepping. So I'm already hot here. I'm going to shoot the paper target first as my first target. Then immediately upon taking that shot, exit quickly, look at the steel target, and then take another shot, okay? I'm not using the timer for now, so I'm here, okay? Once I break the shot, I'm gonna look at the steel target and exit quickly. Okay, so both shots hit, I'm happy with the paper shot there, and I can transition the other way here. So I'm gonna take the shot, immediately after I call a good shot, look at the next target, and exit quickly. Okay? Easy drill, going back and forth, no stress here. If you can't go that fast, don't go that fast. You can go as slow and as smooth as this. I'm here. Notice though, I'm exiting quickly, but the shooting can be slow. So I break the shot, I exited quickly, then break your other shot to ensure you're accurate. Going the other way here, I break the shot and exit quickly, make sure I have an accurate shot, break the next shot, all right? So that is focusing on exiting quickly. Now what you need to do, particularly if you want to be able to shoot the second target quickly, you need to reset and prep and be ready to take that next shot. So after you do a number of mags, you feel confident with that first iteration, working on exiting quickly, now your hyper focus is going to be on resetting and prepping. Yes, we are shooting targets, but you should not be paying attention to the targets. You should be paying attention to the focus point, which is now going to be reset and prep. And if you do everything correctly and you focus on the fundamentals, you have it down pat, have a good process, the result is going to be good hits. So we're going to start off with a steel, and now I'm working on resetting and prepping. I'm going to do this incorrectly first, okay? So notice this, I break the shot, my trigger is pinned to the rear. I move to the next target, listen to this, that click, that means I was too slow, right? I should have reset and prep on the way. So I'm gonna take another shot, and notice now, you're not gonna hear the click. So I'm on the second target here, I've already reset and prepped, so now all I have to do is break the shot, and I have that shot, okay? So what you're trying to do is, you need to break the shot, reset and prep as you transition. So now I'm gonna go from paper to steel, and let me know if this is correct or not. Well, you clearly know, you heard the click. That means I was too slow. So now notice the difference here. I'm on my next target. I could have broke the shot, but I didn't. I'm just waiting. Now I can break the shot. Okay. So the mental focus there is on the reset and prep as you're transitioning. All right, so simple. If you're more advanced, now time yourself. You can time yourself here and try to improve your speed. So I'm gonna go from paper to steel target. Okay, so my baseline is 136, and now I would try to increase the speed, I'm going from front to left. You would keep the same course of fire, and then, you can change up your course of fire, and then again, get a baseline and see if you can improve while maintaining accuracy. I hope you like the additional details to target transitions. We are just starting. There's gonna be a lot more, but take the time. This is why we're giving you bite-sized pieces. Take the time to really dry fire and work this live fire. It seems like a week is a long time, but I know that not everyone's able to get out to the range, and sometimes schedules get in the way of dry fire. But if you're able to keep up with this, then that's great. Most people may not, so you might have to go back, and don't try to, what should I say, is as we release more details, try not to go ahead without being proficient with what we've previously covered, all right? You wanna start from the beginning and then add on little by little, all right? So remember, now we've covered 4 things. 1, lead with the eyes. Don't let that gun get left behind. Keep it in your line of sight. And 2 other things from this week is to reset and prep on the way to your next target and exit quickly to the next target. I hope you guys like this week's dry fire and live fire session. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you guys next time.